It's the after show. After the show, it's the after party. And after the party, it's the hotel lobby. And after, what's up, guys? We are here for the after show. That interview with the cast, oh my gosh. That interview with the cast members of Founding in Color. We dropped so many gems. Guys, go and check out that conversation and that interview. This is the after show. This is the Instagram version of what's going on. The after show, I want to talk about a couple of things that we talked about in our conversation. Founding in Color conversations with Liberty Madison, and we had two of the cast members of Founding in Color. We had Chris Witherspoon, who is the founder and CEO of Pop Viewers, and Felicity Ogamokin. I got it right. And we really had such a phenomenal time learning what it's really like to be a founder in America. And again, guys, this is the after show. So we out here having a good time. And if you watch that live interview, obviously you got some gems. Obviously, you learned a lot. But I think that the main takeaway that I got from the founders: change the way you talk to yourself, change the way you speak to yourself, take every shot that is in front of you, and you can do it. And Chris talked about some creative ways. He talked about him driving Uber in order to make his dream come true. What would you do to make your dream come true? Seriously, if you had an idea that you really believed in and you wanted to be the next Uber, the next Canva, the next Apple, I don't know, whatever your idea is, what would you do in order to make it happen? And he talked about being all in. Are you all in? One of the things in Silicon Valley that is pretty apparent is identifying founders who are kind of in, kind of out, kind of in, not so much. And when you see a founder who's all in, Chris talked about his first money in was from a friend of his who saw that he was dedicated beyond anything that she's seen. He was dedicated. He given up everything for this dream. And when people see that, it also reminds me of when people see you pushing your car, you have to get out of the car to push your car uphill, and then people will join you. When people see you moving an idea forward, they will join you on that mission. And on the after show, I just wanted to talk about that, is give you something to think about. What would you do if you had an idea or a dream that you really want to see going? You want to get off the ground. What are you willing to get up? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? How bad do you want it? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to change your lifestyle? Are you willing to change your lifestyle from I need $100,000 per year to let me cover my basics and drive Uber in order to make this dream come true? Is that you? If that's you, then I want to wish you good luck on being a founder, and make sure you watch the Founding in Color series and check it out, because hearing from other founders and seeing people in your similar situation can help you say, wait a minute, that's me. I could do that. I've always wanted to do that. You're not getting any younger. Time doesn't go backwards. And every day where you say, oh, I could have came up with Uber, or I did come up with Uber 7 years before they did. But the difference is Travis took action. You didn't take action. You didn't take action. Travis didn't let anybody talk him out of creating Uber. Now, we all know, we all have friends and family. When you bring up your idea for your business, bring up an idea to change your life, they are not necessarily supportive because they did not get the vision. Your vision is your vision. I want you to remember that when you have an idea for a product, whether it's enterprise SaaS, whatever your idea is, I want you to remember that when you share it with other people, they don't have your same vision, so they may not see it. Sometimes it's not beneficial to share your vision prematurely. One of the founders that I really admire, Sarah Blakely, she's a founder of Spanx. I'm sure everybody knows that. She talks about how she intentionally did not share her vision for Spanx with her friends and family. She did not share her vision because she did not want it killed prematurely. That resonates with so many people because it's so many things in life that you have other people, friends and family, talking you out of it, talking you out of your idea, talking you out of your dream, basically talking you out of $1 billion, talking you out of freedom, talking you out of so many things. So, what I would say to you is bringing some tips and the takeaways that I would say from our show that took place today. What are the two things that you can do to move forward as a founder? I would say plan. Plan for your transition. Plan to move forward towards your goal. I like to look at incremental steps as success. If you need to say, hey, I need 3 months, 6 months, a year, start working towards that. Alter your lifestyle where it is right now so that you can actually move forward with your vision. So start planning. That's the main thing that I would say as a key takeaway. And the other thing that I would say is ask for feedback and not funding. I mentioned that in the episode today, where it's a age-old Silicon Valley term where when you ask people for funding, you get feedback. When you ask people for feedback, you get funding. And I will say one of the things that Falashade talked about is maybe when you ask for feedback, you don't get the funding, but you get access to a different network. You get access to a network with the funding. That's key. That's key because maybe you're sharing your vision with someone, asking for feedback, but they're not the person, they know the person. That's where you want to be too. So either you want to ask for feedback and get the funding, or you want to ask for the feedback and get access to the funding. And those particular people come in the form of advisors, they come in the form of champions, they come in the form of supporters in different ways. I want you to take this away. This is an excellent takeaway. And it's again an age old adage from Silicon Valley. It is you bet on the jockey and not the horse. People, when you're asking them for feedback, they will see that you have an idea. They will see that you're taking action, and they will see how involved and how ingrained that kind of thought process in your business is into your entire being. As Chris talked about, it was in his entire being because he was focused on driving Uber, doing whatever it took in order to be successful. They will take note of that, and you need to be prepared for what that looks like. I want to say again that not everyone, and we talked about this also in the show, not everyone needs to be a founder. Sometimes it's okay. It is 1,000% okay to be a person who says, that's not for me. I want the stability. But if you do have an idea that's burning within you and you want to get it out there, definitely take the steps, plan ahead, ask for feedback, and look at creative ways to fund your business. And we didn't really talk about the number one way to fund your business. I'm not a huge fan of venture capital to fund a business. I'm a huge fan of customers. One thing that I learned in Silicon Valley is customer money is the best money. Customer money, how can you get customers? Because when you have customers, you don't need to do a bunch of things. So that's the number one thing that you should focus on is how do you get customers? Obviously, venture helps you scale. Venture helps you get to a point where you need to be faster. Depending on your product, you need to know, do I need to get to the market faster than someone else? Do I need to get to the market right after someone else just so that I'm not first to market? Identify that. And then I want you to always kind of think in the back of your head, customer money is best money. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And I wanted to just do a quick little after show, where we're just hanging out and letting our LinkedIn hair down, turning this into a full Instagram moment. Because, when you live that LinkedIn life, that's the show. But your after show is very much Instagram. So we will see you over on the gram. All right, guys. See you later.